What's up, everybody? Mad Gamer here. Let's switch over to Just Chat. Hold on, that was my Be Right Back thing. Here we go. So, today we're going to discuss movies and video games. And there's a movie theater not far from where I live. Which I think is very interesting how the Snow White movie bombed so bad that let's look up showings real quick. Because I looked it up this morning at the movie theater where I live not far from, and the weird thing is, it showed it on the actual website of the movie theater, but when I clicked on the website Fandango, it had the movie theater that is in Bastrop. It is in the town that's not far. It's called Bastrop. But it looks like Snow White has been pulled from that movie theater completely. Because right now, when I look at it, so let's go ahead and look. All right, let's see today. So let me go ahead and add a widget or a thing to be able to show what I'm looking at here. And I'll switch back over to live. So, hold on. Display capture. Here we are. And that should work. Display capture. Okay, so, display capture, why is that working? Alright, let me edit it real quick. Properties. Select capture. There we go. Alienware monitor. There we go. Okay, well, this is the website here, Fango, and I believe the movie theater, I don't know if it's actually giving me the movie theater that is here. Yeah, I do not believe that is accurate right there. Because, I mean, I even asked my wife if she would want to go and see this movie. And I told her, she goes, well, what's it like? And I'm like, I explained to her what it's all about, what it's like. And she said no. She's like, no. See, like, these towns are, like, really way far away from me. But these are the only showings that I see. Right here. Like, this is crazy. Like, so let's see. I'm gonna type in my zip code real quick. So I'm gonna switch back over to Just Chat because that's private. Okay, let's see. Here we are. All right, let's go back to live again. No. So, as you can tell, it's got the Minecraft movie. See? Minecraft movie. But it does not have Snow White anymore. And this is the movie theater that is not far from where I live. This is called Film Alley Bastrop. But there are no showings of Snow White in that movie theater anymore. But a few months ago there was. But nobody was buying tickets either, though. But this movie here is doing really good. Snow White, unfortunately, bombed. Why is that so, huh? Well, let's see. You had a lead actress that couldn't keep her trap shut. Called Romance Stories a of a prince stalking Snow White. And what, like I said, I asked my wife if she would want to go see the Snow White movie, and she asked me, "What is it about?" or like, "What's it like?" Like, what's you know. So basically, I told her, that it's not going to be like the actual story that Walt Disney made, and she was like, "What?" Because my wife is basically a I mean, she likes Disney, but she's not like a Disney fanatic. Now, there was a girl that is the daughter of one of my friends that I lost that performed me and my wife's marriage or wedding. He did our wedding, and his daughter, unfortunately, was a Disney fanatic. Like everything in her house during Christmas season is Disney. And at one time, he goes, "Man, I wish my daughter would have met you instead of the guy that she's married to." And then one day, she got mad because a restaurant we were at forgot to put cheese on her burger, and her dad slowly talks to the guy that cooks the burgers, and he's like, "Just go ahead and put cheese on it. She won't know." She like went freaking nuts. She's like, "I heard that." So yeah, and I told him that day, I'm like, I wouldn't be able to handle that. Like, I couldn't. There's no way that I could have been able to handle that. I'm just, and I'm not that obsessed with Disney like she is. So after a while, that would have gotten really annoying. But I couldn't handle that. So I'm glad that didn't happen. But here's the thing. Now I can imagine my friend's daughter going to see the Snow White movie because she's all things Disney. The wife I have, she doesn't care. I mean, we like good movies. We like good, wholesome, family-friendly entertainment, and that's what Disney used to be to me. Was good family entertainment, but Disney just doesn't seem to be Disney anymore. Like the Disney I knew as a kid, it's dead. This is just like I don't know, some kind of mindless corpse. Some kind of freak. Oh, here we are. Oh, wait. There we go. Let's see if anybody's getting tickets. I do not want to track. Here it is. But it's funny how you can find it way down here, like they're hiding it. So we actually found it. So let's see if there's any people. Let's see, because today's Friday. So let's go for like 6 p.m. All right. Let's see. Let's just see what happens. Oh wow. Okay. Let's see. Not very many seats taken. Are these? Yeah. So these are available seats. So somewhat of people here in Texas are actually showing up to this, which is surprising. But so, but let's okay. Let's compare this to Minecraft. I bet you every single seat will be taken for Minecraft. So let's go. Let's see. No, I don't want to add it to tickets or add it to cart. I just want to see the viewing here. Okay, let's see in Minecraft. Here it is. So let's go ahead and go for. Let's go to 6:45. Showing. Wow. Holy smokes. Look at this. Look at the turnout difference between Snow White, or should I say Snow Brown, and Minecraft. Look at this. This is crazy. There is not a... Okay, so, I mean, look at all these seats for Minecraft. Okay, so these seats are available, but let's just try to find a time that the seating's probably not is not going to be available. That's because so these must be the seats that are taken that have the face. But to me, it just seems because I've seen reviews on the Minecraft movie, and some people like it, some don't. To be honest, it's not a movie that I would be interested to go and see. To be honest, because I never got into the game Minecraft, so it's more of a 2011 generation. I grew up in the 90s. I was born in 85, so. But, I mean, it's funny, if you look right here, though, used to Snow White was right here in the top section. And it looks like they're trying to hide it. So, yeah. So let's go back down and let's just see how many seats are taken in the showing of Snow White. Let's go for the 6 p.m. and let's just see how many seats are taken. Okay, so 1, 2. Okay, so these are unavailable. These X's here. So makes me wonder if people are just turning out to watch this to, you know. But if you see, there's still quite a bit of seats not taken in this movie. I mean, look at this. All the way up here. There's only one up there taken. One there taken. And then some, mostly down here. So, people that are coming to see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Alright, so let's try to find a showing of Minecraft that has a considerable. Let's see. Well, unfortunately, they don't show at the same time, but that is a small movie theater here in the town. But let's see. Okay, so there was 21 for Snow White. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so they're a little bit shorter than. Okay, 20. Okay, so a little bit shorter than Snow White. So let's go for a little earlier time, or later time. Let's say 7:45. Let's try that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Wow. Okay, so more people are basically showing up to watch Minecraft than they are Snow White. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so, alright, it's 19, but I don't know. But to be honest, it's okay, so, okay, I guess Snow White's doing okay in Bastrop, but other places it's not doing so well. And I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong. But it's just kind of interesting that it doesn't appear no more. Like they're hiding it. Which means they're probably about to rip it from the movie theater. Because it may not be doing as good. I don't know. But to be honest, I don't know. To me, it's kind of like the woman that plays Snow White in this version basically, you know, insulted the guy who created Disney, the company that it's named after, Walt Disney himself. So, alright, so these are available seats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 at an 11:45 showing. C250. See, I wish it would have a number of how many seats are left. That would be nice. But still not as many as there should be. I mean, how come the whole thing isn't packed? You know, like, why are people not that excited about it? I mean, look how many seats are still empty. That's a pretty good amount of seats still empty. And, I mean, they're all spaced out. But, I mean, this is like... Look how many seats are still empty. Right in here, all these blue dots. Available seating. It's crazy. Like... So, you know, like... I mean, look at this. This is crazy. Like, a good movie would usually have this whole... I remember when I went and saw the movie with my brother and sister-in-law, the movie called I Am Number 4. That was such a hit movie that the theater room was packed. Like, it was filled to the top. That's how many people showed up. And it was a big movie theater, too. I mean, it could hold a lot of people, but, I mean... seating was very hard to find because back then they didn't have this kind of stuff like what they got now. But you know, back then you sat down and you found your own seat. That was it. But today it's like you schedule your seat, which I think is crazy, but it's people's choice, I guess. Now, another thing I want to get into is games. Like Assassin's Creed. So, the one that I enjoyed was Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I enjoyed sailing around, fighting guys, going and harvesting things and all that stuff. But when they created Assassin's Creed Shadows, this is the game that I liked right here. This is basically what I liked doing. Like, sailing around, making upgrades to my ship. You know, I'm gonna keep this muted because I don't wanna. But I love doing this. This is the kind of stuff I loved. And shout out to Mr. Edix for having some good footage back in the old days here. But this is the kind of stuff I had fun doing, battling the pirate hunters and going from town to town, like selling into different areas. Like basically, let's see. Let's see. Let's try to find the actual map on the game. Here we are. Here's the map. And here's the frame by frame map. Okay. Yeah. So I enjoyed doing the diving bells and going to different places, like all the ports and fighting these here fortresses to where you get to take them down and stuff. And when they released Skull and Bones, Ubisoft released Skull and Bones, I thought it was going to be like this, where you get to sail around. Yeah, you can fight other players and stuff. I thought it was going to be kind of like an open world pirate game where you can leave your ship, go on land, and all that stuff. That was a major letdown. Then, after that, they release Assassin's Creed Shadows, which I'm smart enough to where I usually watch game reviews before I even buy a video game, just to see, and then usually I'll test it for myself. But seeing all the reviews on Assassin's Creed Shadows, it just wasn't worth buying, because I still got my Assassin's Creed game, and I'll be right back. I'll show you. I still got the Black Flag game on PS4. Let's see. There we are. I got Unity. Oh my goodness. What the? Sorry about that. That was my wife texting me. I have no idea what that was, but okay. Let's see. There it is. Right here. This is the kind of games we love playing, right here. This kind of game. Now, or this kind of game. Which, this was a fun game. It still is. And hopefully one day it doesn't stop working. Because I actually have fun playing this game, where I get to fly around in a helicopter. I get to shoot the bad guys. I get to do missions. But, it's just sad that games like these aren't made anymore, because they don't fit the initiative of today. That everything has to have a message, an agenda. It has to have the DEI stamp of approval. But back then, games just could be for fun, entertainment. You get to be the hero of the lands. You get to sail around, or you get to you get to, drive around in vehicles, fly in helicopters, take on the bad guys, take down the drug cartels, shoot the bad guys, stuff like that. Those were fun. And like I mentioned in my other video, I was playing on an online server with Atlas, and I even have the Spider-Man game here somewhere. I don't play it no more, because when I played it, I saw pride flags in it, and I'm just tired of seeing that kind of stuff. And you want to go and live your life how you want. That's fine. Just keep it to yourself. That's all I'm saying. I don't care who you're laying in bed with. I don't want to hear about it. I don't go and broadcast what happens in me and my wife's bedroom. I don't want to hear about it. It's disgusting. I don't want to hear it. But then I don't want you to sit there and try to push it on me in a video game that I want to play either. And with Spider-Man, the darn pride flags were annoying. And then, it was kind of weird. Like, a guy made a mod that took away the pride flags and replaced them back with American flags like the original Spider-Man game had. Which was like Spider-Man based on the first Spider-Man movies with the first guy that played Spider-Man. I forget his name. It's Tobey Maguire. Yeah, it was a good movie. Those were good movies. Spider-Man's today, they're just not as catchy as his. I mean, yeah, it had some cheesy effects at certain points, but it was a good movie. And the games were fun, like where you get to choose different Spider-Man suits and stuff like that when you achieve like certain ones. That was fun. You get to take on, I believe, Doctor Octavius, I believe, and then you also got to take on the lizard guy. There were different things that you got to take on. And then you could take pictures and stuff like that. But back then it was just fun games, like where you could just have fun, fly, like either fly around in a helicopter or swing around from the web of Spider-Man through the city, taking on the bad guys. And that was it. But these days, it's always got to have an initiative. It's always got to have a freaking something behind it. Like with the whole Snow White thing. Basically, being a girl boss is a good thing. A man supposedly loving a woman, I guess, he's a stalker. That's basically what she said that the prince was in the original Snow White movie that was made by Walt Disney himself, which, before she said all the dumb stuff, she should have went and did some research of what Walt Disney had to go through to even make that movie. Because I've heard stories that he had to go through a lot. I mean, I think he supposedly sold everything he had, put everything he had into that one movie just to build his empire. And it's sad that basically, you got an actress that's basically giving Walt Disney himself the middle finger. Because, like she said on a TV interview, I'm a narcissist. Really? Well, that's not something really to be proud of, because I actually, that was the first time I ever heard the word narcissist, really. And I actually asked one of my family members, what is a narcissist? And they tell me it's a person that only cares about themselves and puts themselves first before anybody or everything else. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay. Well, that was a dumb idea for Disney to hire her. I mean, she openly confessed that she's a narcissist. She don't care about anyone else. She said she would elbow anybody to get that part, and it's crazy. Like, are you serious? What in the world's going on out there? It's like everybody's lost their minds. It's like in this generation, up has become down and down has become up. So I'm surprised kids this generation even know they're left from the right. Right hand, left hand. But I bet to this generation, I bet it's right hand, left hand. Which is completely nuts. The education system is garbage. Hollywood itself is garbage, and I'm glad these things that Trump did are actually taking a toll on Hollywood, because what good has Hollywood done anyways? Like, every movie they've released lately has been nothing but trash. It's garbage. It's terrible. I'm like, are you serious? Like, what happened to releasing movies like Lord of the Rings or Shanghai Nights or even Fool's Gold, which was a really funny movie? Like, it had a bit of an action, it had a little bit of romance, it had, had a little bit of comedy. And then you got BioWare, also a game company that released Dragon Age the Velguard. Well, that tanked too. Can y'all not see a pattern here? Okay, if you go woke and you put all this craziness into a game or a movie, we don't want it. We don't freaking want it. Stop it! Are y'all that stupid? You know? That'd be like if you were inside of a house and your house was on fire and somebody was trying to tell you your house is on fire, but you ignore them and you basically just go down with your house. Is that what you game companies and movie companies want to do? Y'all want to just basically, you know, ooh, an electrical fire happened. Oh, feels pretty warm in here. Boom, you burn up with the house or the studio. You go down with it. I guess you're all going to be like the captains of the old days, right? You go down with the ship. What you going to do? You all that dumb? Can't do a course correction and avoid, you know, hitting a sandbar or an iceberg? Because I can honestly say all the garbage that you're putting out is basically iceberg, 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 iceberg. How much more damage do you think you could take, idiots? Let's go ahead and take a look at the stock of game studios. Let's see. It's not a name that I spell every day, so let's go ahead and look at Ubisoft's stock right now. There we go, Ubisoft. And let's type in stock. There we are. Oh, dang it. Stupid mouse. Alright, let's go ahead and put stock again. Come on, you dang keyboard. Alright, let's see. Oh, look at that. It's showing up green for some reason. Yeah, like that's really going to happen. I think in the next few hours, this is going to go... because it sucks. Because I haven't seen any game be released that's even worth wasting money on. Because that's basically what I would be doing if I bought any of their games lately. Waste. Okay, so let's see. Disney stock. Let's try that. Here we are. Let's go to Disney stock. Ooh, look at this. Wow. Look at Disney stock. Now this, I don't think this is going to go up any higher. I think it's going to stay right here and it'll probably go down this way. It's dropping today. Ooh, look at that. Dropping. Oh, what's going on here with Amazon? Let's check on Amazon here. Oh, Amazon stock is dropping. Wow. That's amazing. I think even Samsung's dropping some. Well, would you look at that? Looks like Nvidia is actually doing pretty good. It's going up. So, Disney is down. I wonder why, huh? Maybe that garbage movie you released, Snow Woke or Snow Brown. There's so many different things. Like, there have been so many hilarious things. So, I kind of want to look up a video that's making fun of Snow White, and you've got to see this. Like, I want to go ahead and switch over to Just Chat real quick and look it up, but I just want to see. Hopefully I don't get copyright for this. I'm just going to do this for, like, purposes, and I'll give a shout out to whoever made the video. Snow White. So let's just go to Snow White. Now let's go to the things that are making fun of her. Here we are. So shout out to Brian Bros. Or Bannon Bros. Okay, so Bannon Bros 7 months ago made this video right here. If you have not seen it, it is freaking hilarious. And if you haven't posted it, like, hopefully these guys don't get mad at me for showing it on my channel, but, I mean, this thing is freaking hilarious. So let's go ahead and turn on the audio.
Not white, but diverse.
Let's see.
This is no ordinary my dear, it's a magic wishing apple.
A wishing apple?
Yes,
This is freaking
one
hilarious.
bite and all your dreams will come true.
You offer it to me freely. In place of the patriarchy, you would have a queen! Not
It is freaking
white, but
hilarious. Look at
diverse,
this.
inclusive, and equitable! I will become the leader I know I can be!
If you don't recognize that, that very voice is from Lord of the Rings. I realized that when I saw this the first time. That voice right there, where she's doing that, is from Lord of the Rings, where Frodo offers the ring to the elf queen in the woods, the Lady of the Water, or the Lady of the Woods, or something, and she puts the ring on and then does that creepy voice, and then she realizes she can't handle it or something, I don't know, but she does that, and it's hilarious that they put this in there, because if it's perfect. Now, stick here to the end. This is, like, hilarious how this ends. This is hilarious.
All shall love me and despair.
She passes out.
Get away from her, you hideous hag! Oh, what is she?
Okay, so if you haven't seen this, what do you think is going to happen? If you haven't seen it, it's hilarious how this ends. Alright, we're going to go ahead. We're going to watch the end. Ready? Here we go.
Be done to you. Fear not. First love's kiss can break any curse.
Here we go. He goes for the evil queen. And boom! They make out. And she's out on the floor. Everybody was hoping the evil queen would win when that movie came out. I have to give a shout out to these guys. This is hilarious stuff, and they have made so many things. Like here, I want to show the channel. So I want to give a shout out to these guys because these guys are good. Like they even did one with Deadpool, and I mean, and then there's this first one where the prince, this one here, where the prince, where she's at in front of the cottage of the dwarfs, and their house catches on fire, and then she calls him a stalker, and she's like, "Go away, stalker! You're weird, weird, weird." It's hilarious. It's freaking hilarious, and especially this here, the Deadpool video is hilarious. So these guys are amazing, and if you want some good all-time good reviews on movies, there is a guy that I watch here on YouTube that goes by the name Mike Zero. He's really good at doing reviews, and he's basically honestly open about it. And I basically also watch good reviews of The Quartering, and if you want some good news where you don't have to, if you want basically real news and not this whole made up fake garbage that the real, like the news media out there puts out, I would recommend that you go to Benny Johnson, The Benny Show, right here. This guy actually does a good job of putting stuff out there as well. Like, this was cool. I actually watched this morning of an anime creation of Trump, which is cool because I voted for Trump, and this is my first year ever voting. I registered to vote for the very first time last year during November, and I voted for Trump because I had nothing against Kamala Harris being a lady. It's just her words were freaking nonsense. Like saying that you think you fell out of a coconut tree and all that stuff. I'm like, what the heck is this woman saying? She's crazy. Are you serious? What the heck does falling out of a coconut tree have to do with being the president of the United States or even the vice president? Really? So that's why I voted for Trump, because to me, I don't think she was mentally fit to hold the position of leading this country. And it has nothing to do with her being a woman. It was that I don't think she was mentally all there. So, don't try to sit there and twist my words on that, because I have nothing against women. I love my wife, and that's the one thing I don't understand about feminism today. Supposedly, muscular men are a bad thing, but manliness is a bad thing, supposedly. And I don't get it. Because I don't get it. I don't understand why being a man is such a bad thing. But to the modern feminism or feminist movement, it's a bad thing. But I can honestly say, if a speeding car was heading, like if me and my wife were walking somewhere and a speeding car was coming towards us, I would push her out of the way, even if it meant that the car would kill me. Because I would rather her be safe. Because that's just what men do. I don't understand why these people have to be like that. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, what's so bad about a man? What's so bad about a man being the leader of his house? Now, I am on disability, so my wife does work, and I stay at home and take care of our children. And I have to help my wife give our son his medicine because he is very strong. Like, I don't think she could handle him because he is very strong. And there have been a few times, because he's so limber right now, being so young, that he has basically almost kicked me in the face, giving him his medicine. That's how strong my little boy is. He's almost kicked me in the face a bunch of times, trying to give him medicine. And I don't understand why it's so bad for a man to be a man. And with these movies, how they're pushing the agenda that a woman doesn't need a man, and then yet, there's been research done that proves that wrong so many ways. I'll have to look up the channel so that I can tell you what it is and watch it again, but there have been higher levels of depression and suicide in certain ladies because of something missing, and them feeling lonely and sad and depraved. And it's sad. So I just truly hope we can actually get back to where things make sense. Like I said in my last video, it's crazy that people can't even answer the question, what is a woman? Well, I mean, you can't really base it on a woman bearing children, because not every woman can bear a child. Sometimes they can be born where they're not able to have kids. That's why some people adopt, because not able to have children. So, to be honest, you can't really base it on a woman being able to bear a child. But you can base it on this, that she was born a female. A biological female who starts out as a little girl and then grows up to be an adult human female. Other words, woman. And the weird thing is, when Biden was in office, they were trying to remove the word dad, father, mother, mom. They were going to do that. So, if they were to remove the word woman, then when a female is president one day, What are they gonna say then? Are they gonna say... What are they gonna say? I mean, if you take the word woman away, what would you say? The first what president, huh? If you take the word female away, well, there goes your word of being able. There goes your ability to be able to say first female or first woman president. There, if you take all those words away. So it just basically, it's crazy. It's nuts what's going on out there. So I am going to probably relabel my channel to where it will be gaming sometimes, and I may relabel it the Mad Gamer Show, because I'm not really impressed with the games that are coming out these days. I will play a few games like, Valheim, Bellwright, Enshrouded, stuff like that, but I don't know, it's just the gaming just doesn't seem worth playing. And the gaming industry, all they've been doing is just releasing trash after trash after trash. Like, there's a game out there that's outdoing Shadow, the Assassin's Creed Shadows, to where it's called Schedule 1, which is basically a game that you're basically a drug dealer. You make drugs and then you deal them out and make money. And then there's another game, place that created a game called Drug Dealer Simulator, which they're suing the people who created Schedule 1 because it's too similar to their game and stuff like that. But I mean, not really into drug dealing type games, to be honest. I like action and adventure. I was thinking about downloading God of War Ragnarok. I haven't really watched any reviews on it yet, so I want to see if that's actually a pretty good game or not, or if it's even worth playing. But I like sticking to the old stuff, so who knows, I might even download Skyrim. Because, I don't know, today's games, like, I even like playing American Truck Simulator. It's not a bad game, and hopefully the company that made it doesn't end up going down the whole woke agenda junk. I hope they just leave it alone. It's fine the way it is. Like, please, if anybody who is a part of the company that creates American Truck Simulator, I'll go on Steam and try to figure out who made American Truck Simulator. But whatever company created American Truck Simulator, please don't put pride flags or anything in it, or anything about all this crazy transgender stuff and all that. Just leave the game alone. It's fine the way it is. Please. Just, if people are trying to talk y'all into doing that, don't do it, please. Leave it alone. The game's fine the way it is. It's beautiful the way it is. Alright, leave it alone. Don't do it. Please. And that goes for you too, creators of Valheim. Please don't put anything weird into your game and just let it be the way it is. If y'all want to add some cool more, bosses or bad guys, that's cool. But please don't go the way of wokeness, please. Because it would be so sad to see a game like yours collapse. Because I've had fun building cool stuff in your game, which, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and try to find my screenshots of Valheim to show what I built. So let's see, where do I go for screenshots? View, I don't know. I've never opened screenshots in Steam before. Recording screenshots. Okay. Recordings and screenshots. Let's see. Let's go here. Alright, so... Here's some of my past builds in Valheim, which are really cool. This was the first castle I built in Valheim. I had a village. This is I built it in creative mode, of course. Let's go back. That was the inside. I mean, that was cool. Here's the village. Down here I made this really cool bridge. It was kind of like a shooting star. Looked really cool. Had the wisp fountain. More of the village. Fighting arena if I ever was able to create like a server. Like guys could duel in here. You had one entrance over here and one entrance over there, to where one fighter would come from this direction, the other would go that way, and they could fight each other. Here's basically the inn that I built where you could have meat. And then over there's where they would brew the mead. Then you had a sitting area up there. And that was the village and the castle, all from the high view in creative mode and fly. So yeah, I mean, this was the massive build that I built before my son was born. This is like the giant castle on top of the mountain. I put all these spikes here to keep I think golems or whatever they're called away. But yeah, this is like one of my biggest builds that I ever made in the game. This is me playing American Truck Simulator, of course. This is an old server. This is one of my favorite games right here, Eve. And this is actually the ship I have in the game. Didn't even know I took these pictures, to be honest, other than I thought that was cool because of the sun. I think I was near like the gas giant or something, and space station and stuff like that. Some of these screenshots I didn't even realize I took. But this is like the old server that I used to be on right here, like before they started doing all this woke stuff. And now the server's going woke. This is the last time I played. This was my ship, the King of the North, which was a giant galleon with a griffin on the front of it. This is one of my favorite games, Medieval Dynasty. First air in the game. I actually still have the game. This is Bellwright. And this is more of the build. This is my newest build in Valheim right here. But for some reason I don't see any more pictures of it. So, yeah. Those are the kind of games that you should stick with, gaming studios. Like games with clean, wholesome fun. And not feel like you're trying to shove things down our throats. Because shoving things down our throats just isn't fun. I don't want